This video explains impact of plastic in our everyday life, impact of plastic in climate changes. Is plastics harmful to humans and other living and non-living beings? Yes, it takes more than 100 years to decompose, causing earth dirty and making natural resources unuseful for humans. Burning plastics releases harmful gases polluting air and water. Plastic has a significant impact on our daily lives, both positive and negative. While it offers benefits like reduced weight and increased fuel economy, its use also leads to environmental pollution and potential health risks. Plastic pollution significantly harms the environment by causing wildlife harm, contaminating ecosystems, and contributing to climate change. Plastic waste, which often doesn't biodegrade and instead breaks down into microplastics, persists in the environment, impacting various habitats and impacting wildlife, humans, and the planet. Animals can ingest or get entangled in plastic, leading to injury, starvation, and death. Seabirds, for example, often ingest plastic, and microplastics have been found in the stomachs of many marine species. Plastic pollution can contaminate soil, water, and air, impacting plant and microbial life and reducing biodiversity. Microplastics can also affect the health of marine ecosystems, including fish populations. The bioplastics revolution refers to the increasing adoption of bioplastics as a sustainable alternative to traditional, fossil fuel-based plastics. This shift is driven by the need to reduce the environmental impact of plastic waste and transition towards a more circular economy. Bioplastics are produced from renewable resources like plants, algae, and bacteria, offering biodegradability and compostability, which helps to mitigate the long-term environmental problems associated with traditional plastics. Bioplastics differ from traditional plastics primarily in their source, biodegradability, and environmental impact. Traditional plastics are typically derived from fossil fuels like petroleum and natural gas, while bioplastics are made from renewable biomass sources like plants. Traditional plastics, which are generally non-biodegradable and can persist in the environment for a very long time. Traditional plastics contribute to pollution and can persist in the environment for a long time, impacting ecosystems. Bioplastics can be more sustainable than traditional plastics, reducing reliance on fossil fuels and potentially generating less greenhouse gas emissions during production and breakdown. However, some bioplastics can have their own environmental issues, such as eutrophication. Traditional plastics contribute to pollution and can persist in the environment for a long time, impacting ecosystems. Bioplastics can be more sustainable than traditional plastics, reducing reliance on fossil fuels and potentially generating less greenhouse gas emissions during production and breakdown. However, some bioplastics can have their own environmental issues, such as eutrophication. Bioplastics offer several environmental advantages over traditional plastics, primarily due to their biodegradability and renewable resources. They reduce greenhouse gas emissions, decrease plastic pollution, and can be recycled in some cases. Traditional plastics, while offering durable and versatile options, have a larger carbon footprint, are non-biodegradable, and contribute significantly to plastic waste. Bioplastics are made from renewable biomass sources, including plants, microorganisms, and sometimes animal-derived materials. They can be either bio-based, made from renewable resources, or biodegradable, and can also be a combination of both. The process involves extracting or synthesizing monomers from biomass compounds, like sugars in plants, which are then polymerized to create bioplastics. Bioplastics can be made from various sources, such as corn, sugarcane, cellulose, starch, and even proteins from plants or animals. Monomers, the building blocks of polymers, are extracted from the raw materials or synthesized through processes like fermentation. Monomers are combined through a polymerization process to form long chains, creating the bioplastic material. Plasticizers, colorants, and other additives may be incorporated to modify the bioplastic's properties, like flexibility or color. Innovative bioplastic production leverages a range of technologies including bioconversion of waste biomass, enzymatic polymerization, and nanotechnology integration. These approaches enable the creation of bioplastics with enhanced properties and tailored applications, addressing challenges in conventional plastic production and promoting sustainability. Microorganisms are used to transform waste materials like agricultural residues and food scraps into bioplastics. This approach not only valorizes waste but also reduces the environmental impact of traditional plastic production. Enzymes, biological catalysts, are employed to synthesize bioplastics from renewable monomers. This method offers high specificity, mild reaction conditions, and reduced energy consumption. Bioplastics, particularly those made from renewable resources like starch or biomass, can significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions compared to traditional plastics derived from fossil fuels. They also offer the potential for reducing dependence on fossil fuels and improving overall environmental impact, but their full impact depends on the type of bioplastic and how it's managed. Bioplastics, especially those made from renewable sources, can lessen the reliance on fossil fuels, which are a major source of greenhouse gas emissions during extraction, transportation, and processing. Some bioplastics, like corn-based PLA, have demonstrated significant reductions in greenhouse gas emissions compared to conventional plastics, with some studies showing up to a 25% reduction. Biodegradable bioplastics, when recycled or composted properly, can break down into water and carbon dioxide, which is a naturally occurring process. Bioplastics present both significant opportunities and challenges for a more sustainable future. While they offer eco-friendly alternatives to conventional plastics, their widespread adoption faces hurdles like cost, availability, and recycling infrastructure. Bioplastics are derived from renewable resources and can be designed to biodegrade, minimizing pollution and waste. Bioplastics can be used in circular economy systems, where materials are recycled and reused, reducing reliance on fossil fuels and waste generation. The demand for sustainable alternatives is increasing, driving growth in the bioplastics market. Policies and regulations are encouraging the use of bioplastics, further stimulating their development and adoption. Bioplastics face challenges in both cost and scalability, largely due to high production costs and limited infrastructure compared to conventional plastics. Production costs are higher due to the use of specialized processes, and economies of scale haven't been fully realized. Scalability issues include feedstock availability, recycling infrastructure, and consumer awareness. Bioplastics often require more specialized processes and technologies than conventional plastics, leading to higher manufacturing costs. The raw materials for bioplastics, like cornstarch or sugar cane, can fluctuate in price, adding to economic unpredictability. Bioplastics production is still relatively nascent, with limited production capacity compared to conventional plastics. This lack of established infrastructure and economies of scale contributes to higher costs. Ongoing research in bioplastics focuses on improving biodegradability, mechanical properties, and production efficiency while exploring new sources for raw materials and applications. The goal is to develop bioplastics that are not only environmentally friendly but also economically viable and practical for a wide range of uses. Researchers are working on optimizing biodegradation processes, including exploring different microorganisms and environmental conditions to ensure complete breakdown of bioplastics. Bioplastics are being modified to improve their strength, durability, and resistance to heat and moisture, making them suitable for a broader range of applications. Bioplastics are being explored for a wide range of applications, including food packaging, textiles, packaging, medical devices, and even in construction and automotive industries. Composting is a natural process where microorganisms decompose organic materials like food scraps, yard waste, and other plant and animal matter under controlled aerobic conditions. It's a way to recycle these materials into a rich, dark soil amendment called compost. This compost can be used to improve soil health, enhance plant growth, and reduce the need for chemical fertilizers. Reduces waste sent to landfills. Reduces methane gas emissions compared to landfill decomposition. Improves soil fertility, structure, and water retention. Reduces the need for synthetic fertilizers. Supports biodiversity in the soil by creating a habitat for beneficial organisms. Composting is a natural process of decomposing organic matter like food scraps and yard waste into a nutrient-rich soil amendment. Common examples of composting include fresh grass clippings, food scraps, fruit and vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, tea bags, animal manure, from herbivores like chickens, browns, carbon-rich dry leaves, paper, shredded, cardboard, twigs and small branches, wood chips and sawdust. The decomposition process, driven by aerobic respiration, results in heat release and the breakdown of organic matter into simpler compounds, ultimately producing humus.